Is your diesel truck struggling with cold starts or feeling weak when you try to use engine braking while towing? You might be dealing with trouble code P0479. This diagnostic code stands for Exhaust Pressure Control Valve A Intermittent. It is common on diesel engines from Ford, Dodge, and Volkswagen, especially those using exhaust back pressure for warm-ups or braking assistance. Basically, a valve in your exhaust creates back pressure to generate heat or slow the vehicle down, and the computer is seeing a signal from the sensor that does not match what it expects during normal driving. You will likely see your check engine light, feel a lack of power, notice the engine takes forever to warm up, or lose your exhaust braking function. The most common culprit is actually quite simple. It is often a blockage in the small tube connecting the exhaust manifold to the pressure sensor, clogged with soot and carbon. It could also be a wiring issue, a leak in the charge air system, or a bad sensor. To fix this, start by locating the exhaust pressure sensor on your engine. Disconnect the tube connected to it and try to blow through it. If you cannot, it is clogged. Run a small piece of wire through it to break up the carbon and clean the terminals with electrical contact cleaner, or 91% rubbing alcohol and a plastic brush. Look for melted plastic or green corrosion on the connectors. If you have a scan tool, clear the code and see if it returns. If it does, you need to test the turbocharger boost. Watch the intake manifold pressure on your scanner. You want to see a change of at least 18 psi. When you accelerate the engine to about 2,500 RPM in neutral. If that passes, grab a digital multimeter. You need to verify you have 5 volts going to the sensor and 5 volts on the signal wire. If you see 12 volts where there should be 5, you have a short. If the wiring checks out, specifically the ground connection, and the code persists after wiggling the harness, you likely need to replace the exhaust pressure sensor. If you are not comfortable using a multimeter or the code will not clear, take it to a professional shop. Thanks for watching, and drive safe.